General Hospital spoilers, Nathan appears at Five Poppies, revealing Drew to be Britt's boss and Jason's daughter. General Hospital never ceases to surprise its loyal fans, but the latest twist on the horizon promises to completely upend the landscape of Port Charles. It begins with the mysterious reappearance of Nathan West, long presumed dead, at the enigmatic Five Poppies, a secretive meeting place linked to espionage and long-buried secrets. What Nathan brings with him not only shakes the foundations of Britt's world, but also redefines Jason Morgan's legacy in ways no one saw coming. Drew Kane is suddenly thrust into a shocking position of power, Britt's loyalties are tested, and the revelation of Jason having a daughter will rip open wounds and force life-changing decisions. Let's break down what's coming, layer by layer, in a drama-filled narrative that digs into the emotional, dangerous, and shocking spoilers fans can expect. The whispers first begin when Maxi Jones starts having strange dreams of Nathan. In her visions, he's standing in front of a carved wooden door with the emblem of 5 blood-red poppies, a symbol tied to espionage circles and deep underworld dealings. Maxi assumes her dreams are just grief playing tricks on her. But then, she overhears Anna Devane and Valentine Cassadine discussing intel about a site called Five Poppies. That's when the shocker drops. Nathan West isn't just a dream or a figment of imagination. He's alive, though scarred, haunted, and carrying secrets bigger than anyone could imagine. When Nathan walks into Five Poppies, viewers are struck by his hardened look, the marks of survival etched across his face. He explains that he faked his death years ago under the orders of the WSB, who believed his bloodline carried dangerous leverage in criminal networks. To protect Maxi and James, Nathan had to disappear. But Nathan didn't just return to Port Charles for closure. He's back with explosive information that ties directly to Britt, Drew, and Jason. Dr. Britt Westbourne has always carried dual identities, the brilliant doctor and the daughter of criminal mastermind Caesar Faison. But Nathan's revelation takes her story in a shocking new direction. At Five Poppies, Nathan reveals that Britt has been working unknowingly under a silent chain of command orchestrated by none other than Drew Kane. Yes, Drew, the man who spent years struggling with his own identity and being manipulated as Jason's twin, has now emerged as the shadow boss in a covert operation involving medical research, hidden WSB files, and control over Port Charles's darkest secrets. Britt is blindsided. She believed she had been making independent decisions since returning to GH, trying to shed her reputation as the Britch and prove her worth as a healer. But Nathan discloses documents showing that every major career step she's taken, the grant approvals, her placement at GH, even her survival during the Cassadine Island saga, was subtly orchestrated by Drew. The question that haunts her, why would Drew do this? Drew isn't the man Port Charles thinks he is. Nathan drops the bombshell that Drew's alignment with WSB remnants gave him access to sensitive files connecting to Faison, Helena, and Victor Cassadine's experiments. Within those files, Drew discovered a staggering truth. Jason Morgan has a biological daughter who has been hidden from the world. And here's the kicker. Drew used Britt as a pawn, knowing her ties to both Jason and Faison, to help create the conditions under which this daughter could remain hidden until the time was right. Fans will see flashbacks revealing Drew in secret meetings, pulling strings, making choices that blur the line between protection and manipulation. While he may argue that his motives were about safeguarding Jason's legacy and shielding the girl from enemies, the reality is that Drew has been playing a dangerous game. The revelation that Jason Morgan has a daughter will send shockwaves not only through Britt, but through all of Port Charles. Nathan explains that this daughter was the product of a secret liaison years ago, during one of Jason's missions abroad. Her mother, a woman tied to the Five Poppies network, went into hiding when she realized the child carried a target on her back. Raised under an alias, Jason's daughter has now come of age, and she's already been spotted around Port Charles, unknowingly crossing paths with people tied to Jason's life. The spoilers suggest she may have been introduced subtly months ago, with vague connections to characters like Trina, Joss, or even Dex. The writers are poised to pull the mask off, showing fans that this character is more than just a newcomer. She is Jason Morgan's heir, carrying his blood and his fire. For Britt, This revelation is gut-wrenching. She once imagined a life with Jason, only to lose him to the waters of the harbor. Now she must face the reality that Jason not only left a child behind, but that Drew used her as part of his plan to keep the girl's existence secret. Maxi, of course, is at the center of Nathan's return. She's torn between elation at seeing him alive and fury that he stayed hidden all these years while she and James grieved. Nathan's explanation about the WSB doesn't erase the pain, and Maxi demands to know if his love for her was ever real. But Maxi quickly realizes this isn't just about their past. Nathan has returned to protect the future, especially now that Jason's daughter is surfacing. The threats tied to the Five Poppies organization are lethal, and Nathan insists that Maxi and her children could be collateral damage if the truth isn't handled carefully. This storyline sets up a dynamic where Maxi must choose whether to forgive Nathan and stand by his side, or continue building a future with Austin and others in her orbit. No storyline involving Jason, Britt, and Drew could unfold without Carly Corinthos and Sam McCall being dragged into the mess. When Nathan's revelations spill out, Carly is among the first to demand answers. The idea of Jason having a daughter enrages her. How could Jason keep this from her, his closest confidant? Carly immediately shifts into protective mode, determined to find the girl and ensure she has the Morgan name and protection. Sam, on the other hand, feels betrayed by Drew. Their co-parenting relationship around Scout has been fragile enough, but learning that Drew has been living a double life shakes her trust completely. For Sam, the biggest concern becomes whether Scout is in danger because of Drew's choices. Perhaps the most emotionally raw aspect of this storyline is Britt's struggle to come to terms with Jason's legacy. She is torn between heartbreak and hope. Heartbreak that Jason had a child with another woman, but hope that perhaps she can help guide and protect this daughter in Jason's absence. Nathan pushes Britt to see that her role is bigger than her heartbreak. Jason's daughter will need allies, especially now that Drew's motives are being questioned. This arc repositions Britt not as the Britt of old, but as a central heroine, stepping into a protective role that Jason himself would have embraced. As the dust settles, one thing becomes clear. The battle lines are drawn at Five Poppies. Nathan insists that the organization has splintered, with factions loyal to Faison, Victor, and even Helena's shadow legacy still active. Jason's daughter is the key they all want, and Drew's questionable choices may have placed her in greater danger than anyone realizes. Fans can expect a high-stakes series of episodes involving espionage, betrayals, and shootouts, reminiscent of GH's glory days of spy drama. Anna Devane, Valentine, and even Sunny will all find themselves pulled into the vortex, trying to navigate whether Drew is an ally or enemy, whether Nathan can be trusted, and most importantly, how to protect Jason's daughter from becoming a pawn in a deadly game. The ripple effects of this storyline will be enormous. Britt must redefine her future as she embraces Jason's daughter while questioning her trust in Drew. Drew is exposed as a manipulative figure whose motives may be both protective and self-serving. Jason's daughter becomes a centerpiece of the next generation, creating new rivalries and alliances among the younger cast. Maxi is torn between old love and new life as Nathan's reappearance shakes her foundation. Carly will go to war to ensure Jason's daughter inherits the Morgan legacy. Sam questions everything about her history with Jason and Drew. Nathan stands as both a savior and a man trying to reclaim the life he lost. This upcoming arc promises to be one of General Hospital's most shocking and emotionally charged storylines in years. The reappearance of Nathan West, the revelation of Drew's shadowy role as Britt's secret boss, and the bombshell that Jason Morgan has a daughter will reshape not only the present, but also the future of Port Charles. Five Poppies is more than just a meeting place. It is the crossroads where love, betrayal, legacy, and destiny collide. And as fans know too well, when Jason Morgan's name is invoked, the entire canvas of GH is destined to change.